And tonight, she helps domestic violence victims escape some of the darkest moments of their lives. And now her life-changing work is being recognized across Florida. A Clay County Sheriff's Office employee has been named Florida's top civilian law enforcement professional by the Florida Sheriff's Association. This is an honor voted on by sheriffs from all 67 counties here in Florida. Our Sydney Deshawn sat down with the sheriff and the woman behind the award to show how she's helping survivors find safety, hope, and a new beginning. Sydney.
Anthony, Ilka Roncone says she's honored and humbled to be recognized for the work she does helping victims in Clay County. The sheriff says her work stood out during a domestic violence case.
Clay County Sheriff's Office, this is Ilka. How may I help you?
For years, Ilka Roncone has been the calming voice on the other end of the line, starting as a dispatcher in 2006, now working as a victim advocate. She says the job is about listening, supporting, and making sure they aren't alone.
A lot of times we make connections with our victims here just on the phone. We don't even get to see them face to face. I know and I feel that when I hang up with them, you know, that they've been served, that they've been heard.
Just last May, Sheriff Michelle Cook says deputies responded to a domestic violence situation.
Many times domestic violence victims are not forthcoming with initial law enforcement efforts to talk to them about what's going on. Our deputies that responded to the call recognized this lady could probably use the services of a victim's advocate, so Ilka got involved.
Roncone met the woman at a local hospital who did not have her phone, stayed with the victim through the entire investigation, building enough trust.
This lady confided to Ilka that she had been the victim of domestic violence.
She had been battered.
Roncone eventually took the victim back to her apartment.
I told her I didn't really feel comfortable with her staying there without a form of communication.
Ilka was able to help this lady retrieve her cell phone, and people think, well, that's not that big of a deal. It is, because this lady had decided to return home by herself.
Later that evening, someone tried to break into her apartment, and had she not had her phone, she would not have been able to call 911.
Potentially, a life was saved that night, right?
That response earning Roncone a special award, the 2026 Florida Sheriff's Association Civilian of the Year, recognizing exemplary service above self by a civilian employed at one of the 67 sheriff's offices in Florida.
I really am honored. I was very surprised.
It's a big deal, and we are so proud of her.
I know that sometimes it's hard for people to open up, but I promise you that we at our agency, at the Sheriff's Office, do strive to serve the community and do the best we can to bring justice and to help the victims.
Now, this marks the Sheriff's Office's second state award in a row. Back in 2025, 2 detectives were named Law Enforcement Officers of the Year for their work on a gruesome child exploitation and human trafficking case. Anthony.